hello fellow tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today I bring you another episode from series Bloody Almost. And basically what I do in this series is I show you guys game that ends up as 1v1, meaning me versus another tank, and comes down to 1v1 showdown, and usually a showdown that doesn't go well in my advantage. So there are usually two reasons for that. One, I completely misplay at the end of the game. I do something stupid or irrational, or maybe I rush a shot, or maybe I don't take enough time to think through what I'm doing. So one could be my screw up, and two would be fair game, fair play on the other side and the other player. If he turns out to be better than me, he takes me out of the game. It does happen, you know. I mean, there are a lot of good players out in the game, some of them much better than me. So yeah, it does happen on occasion. So I usually comment over the game and we go over the strategy, what I did well and what I didn't do so well in the game. We draw lessons learned from the game, and we talk about how I would do things differently if I had to do it all over again. But today I'm bringing back the J-Panther 2, which you haven't seen on my channel for a while now because I have so many tanks and limited time. So I haven't had a chance to play this tank much, but I still absolutely love this tank. I enjoy it. I enjoy the mobility. The gun is very punchy, accurate, and you know, that damage that you can inflict in your opponent. You can roll as high as 500. So initially in this game I came to the field area in J4, and that's basically to help my team on this side, because I know how important this side is. If you spawn on the other side of the map, actually if you spawn on A line or B line and you get yourself into D4 E3 area, somewhere around there, it's an awesome position where you can get flanking shots into the guys that are sitting in F7, and they can't even spot you, so you get your shots through there and they don't even know what's hidden them. So it's a great position if you're on the other side. So I think the other side is absolutely overpowered on this map. That's why I came here with my J-Panther first, because I wanted to stop the Reds' push from this side, and if they would be spilling onto the field I would have easy shots on them just crossing into the field. But in a minute here I'm gonna get frustrated because actually the Reds are playing really passive here, they're not pushing. So if that's the case, there's really no opportunities for me to shoot anybody, and I'm just wasting my time. So I just realized at this point in time that I just wasted, what, 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes of my time, and I decided to relocate. So this position didn't pan out for me, and who knows, if I stayed longer maybe it would have panned out. But first, my patience in this game is not the greatest. Second, it's one of the games that I came back after a layoff, and usually what happens after a layoff is exactly what you're gonna see later on. I rush shots, I don't aim them properly, I make stupid mistakes with my controller, and basically that's the reason why the game doesn't go as planned. About 95% of time in games like this, it's usually my fault. The remaining 5% is someone being absolutely better than me and outplaying me completely. So we managed to get back to the top of the ridge over here, and what we're gonna try to do is try to get in and engage those Reds that are pushing there in E7 right now. Looks like they're about to spill into our side of the field. So these two tank destroyers are just sitting here. I don't know if they're actually getting any shots here. Probably would have been better to just come and follow me, because guys, don't do that. I mean, take a look at these guys. They're just sitting there doing nothing. I mean, if they came down about 50 meters over to the right, they'll be getting shots like this into the opposition. So come on, think on the field. Think about relocating. Don't spend all your time in one position, because if you do that, then you're not helping the team, definitely. Okay, so once T28 Proto gets deleted, the Reds kind of think about poking out more carefully. I think they learned their lesson right there and they want to poke out that quickly. But look at the score right away. We're losing 3-7 right now, 3-8. Is there a chance to pull this game? Of course there is, but those tank destroyers that are sitting behind me, they have to come down and help us out, because they haven't done much yet, as I can see, and they're not helping the battle at all. So now we have to get into this game, and that E75 over there is gonna be a pain. I'm gonna try to figure out how to approach him and get him out of the game at some point in time. But at this point I need to support my E75. So we're gonna try to put a shell into this IS-3. Unfortunately it goes somewhere. I'm not even sure if it hits him. He might have hit his spaced armor there. But we take another shot. 511, nice roll. And he's rethinking his life right now. He's pulling back in. But all of a sudden I see this E75 trying to flank our E75. So I'm thinking right now, should I get in there? And I'm so frustrated with these tank destroyers because they're still sitting there. Although one of them I can see is moving slightly in the direction of E75. But here I decide to make a play. I'm like, okay, you're not moving. Someone's gonna have to make a play. So I'm gonna make a play. So the idea here is put a shell into his side. And then if I can pop behind him, just like this, make him think that I can turn around and put a shell in his ass, put him in a crossfire. He turns towards my other tank destroyer, and we take him out of the game. So that was a good play on my part. I think that was a really good play, actually, and it brought the game much closer. Now I see the tortoise on the left-hand side, so I'm trying to get out of here as quickly as possible. And we're gonna try to push this side with E75. We're gonna help him deal with this side of the field. So yeah, we're gonna try to line up shot on this IS-3. Unfortunately, I don't have a shot. And my auto aim, actually auto aim, it's basically I use auto aim for just target selection, and sometimes it just goes on a nearest target, and that's what happened there with IS-3. So I couldn't shoot M103, and I fluffed my shot. Now here, yeah, I was trying to send a message and accidentally fired a shot, believe it or not. So I wasted my APCR round in here, which would probably come into play later. Fortunately, the tortoise gets taken out by our tank destroyer, who finally decided to do something for us, which is great. So it is important that we push this side here. Since my E75 is still alive, we really need to take advantage of the situation. So I don't want to just come around the corner and just show my side, so I decided to push the dead wreck of this Patton to act as a shield for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to keep on pushing it until it gets out behind that hill, so I can basically get myself hold down on the right side. So I think that's... Oh, in the meantime, E75 takes out our IS-3, which is good. So now we can engage this M103. Now he's playing it smart. He's only showing his turret at this point, so I can't really get a good shot at him. But you can see my controls going all over the place, and that's what happens after a long layoff. Now, this is gonna be a meme. Look at that. Shooting turret of IS. At that angle, hitting his cheek with APCR should have penned, and it hasn't. So, I was thinking to myself right here, oh my goodness, I don't think this guy is gonna go the way I want it. Then I shoot it again, I shoot him in the tracks. I wanted to track him, but the shell goes a little bit to the left, just tracks him, draws critical, but doesn't draw any damage. Now, this shot should have penned. Again, why it didn't pen, I have no clue. But usually, when something like this happens in the game, I know that RNG is not on my side. So I have to fight against the RNG. Not always works out. So IS comes out again, we take him out of the game. He's out of the picture. So all of a sudden it's 2v2. We might be able to pull this game off, but unfortunately tank destroyer T-28 shows up at F8 and takes out our E-75. So we have only one play here. We have to rush this M103 and take him out with a shot on a move. So we maintain our HP pool, which is great. We have 775. That means we are 1v1 versus T-28. We can take at least one hit from him, but we are possibly in a two-shot vicinity for him. So we cannot take a second shot because then we're playing with RNG. So now here I think I made a bit of a misplay. I am a lot more faster than him, a lot more mobile. What I should have done is went around the hill on the left, got behind him, and once I got behind him, there's nothing he could do. I'm a lot more mobile than him. I could probably turn faster. I could definitely drive faster. So I would have been able to finish him off if I went to the left. But again, my thinking process wasn't on par. And what I decided to do is go here and engage in this Mexican standoff, which is... I don't know, I was just trying to see if he's gonna make a mistake, but obviously he doesn't want to make a mistake. So we're just gonna be sitting here and thinking, what to do. I mean, in a way it's good because it gives me opportunity to think about what to do next. So, one thing I was thinking, if I keep on sitting here for 5 minutes, will we win the game? For me, the most important thing is winning the game. And I look at my HP, I look at his HP. I have more HP than him. He's a 2-shot to me. So it is possible that if I just sat here until the end of the game, we would have probably pulled it off. But you know what, guys? It's boring. It's boring. So here I wanted to fake that I'm gonna go around, and then I wanted to set up and catch him off guard when he's coming up, and that's exactly what happened. So I catch him off guard, I put a quick shell into him, he puts a shell into me, and now all we have to do is line this shot up. We're gonna beat his reload. And yeah, we mess it up like a noob. And you know why this happened? I thought I was aiming it pretty well, but if you look at my shot in slow motion, you'll see that I did not hit that front part of a front plate. It actually went up behind, on kind of a flat spot, flat area behind the front plate. And that must be really well armored because I couldn't go through it. So that's how we lost the game. We lost the game because we didn't aim our last shot properly. We lost the game because we didn't make the right decisions. And we lost the game because we screwed up with the controller, shot an APCR round. I could have had this round still at the end of the game here, and maybe I would have been able to pin him at that point in time. But no, that did not turn out to be the case. So, yeah, we ended up losing this game, unfortunately. We ended up in second place. We almost pulled it off, but it wasn't good enough. We lost some credits. We got a class 3, but that doesn't matter. The stats at the end don't matter, guys. We all play to win the game. I play to win the game. And I would really like to see the win here instead of a loss. Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters to me. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying this series. I really do. I think this series is really great and really shows off my weaknesses as I actually play through this and commentate over my own gameplay, especially the stuff that I screw up. So I hope you enjoy it. Go check out CloneGuy72 and Garadingi. Links to their channels are in the description section below. That's it for today. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit checking out.